now coming to you from the south of Johannesburg at the Calabash, the FNB Stadium. This will be the battlefield tonight as Kaizer Chiefs will be hosting Mamelodi Sundowns. Amakosi, of course, looking to make it 4 out of 4. While for Mamelodi Sundowns, they want to continue just stamping their authority against Kaizer Chiefs when it comes to league fixtures, because one would have to go back all the way to April 2021 to the last time that Kaizer Chiefs secured a league victory against Mamelodi Sundowns. But joining me now to throw forward to what we can expect tonight in terms of the state of readiness of the FNB Stadium, I am joined by the CEO of Stadium Management South Africa, Vusiwe Ngcobo. Alongside him is a Kaizer Chiefs legend. They call him the midfield maestro. It is Renelwe Yeyele Tulunyane. But let me start with you, Bertie, because we can see such a pristine looking pitch behind us here. We can tell that you are doing a lot of work off season here at the FNB Stadium.
I'm so impressed that this morning I don't need to answer the questions. You've got an expert that can tell you whether it's playable, whether it's excellent or pristine. But yeah, I'm very happy with where we're at the moment.
Indeed. Let's talk about tonight. What is it currently looking like? The last time I heard you speak on radio yesterday, you were speaking about 52,000 tickets sold. Where are we sitting now in terms of numbers and the number of football supporters we're expecting to walk through the gates today?
Just before we went on air, it was 56,913 already sold.
Already sold, and your maximum capacity for tonight is?
The planned capacity approved by the SABC is 60,000. So maybe we'll need to have a relook and an urgent meeting because it seems to me that we might exceed that number. But I'll be in contact with the authorized member just after this.
All right, so those tickets now sitting very high up, just below the 60,000 rand mark. Vusiwe Ngcobo confirming for us right here on Morning Live. Yeah, let me bring you into the discussion. Former Amakosi, we look at the way that Kaizer Chiefs has started off this season, and we know the last time they did this, they went all the way to win the league. But namhlanje, they'll have a true test of how much work they've done pre-season because they come up against the defending champions.
Yeah, most definitely. It's the best test today to see how far they are, and then obviously coming from 3 wins in a row. Tonight is an opportunity for them to make it 4, and what a way to make it with Mamelodi Sundowns.
And we talk about making it 4 against the Mamelodi Sundowns team, coming into this game bruised, following the results of the weekend and the MTN 8. So when you look at this from a tactical point of view, let's speak Nasruddin Nabi, who now returns to Amakosi and will be in the dugout as far as we are told, coming up against the Miguel Cardoso, who's also under an immense amount of pressure from the Masandawana faithful.
Yeah, not an easy one. Mamelodi Sundowns coming back from obviously losing a big game, MTN 8, and then Kaizer Chiefs coming with high confidence, winning 3.
Well rested.
A week to prepare for this one, and Mamelodi Sundowns coming after 3 days later. They are playing another game. It can be both advantageous or not for Mamelodi Sundowns, because we always say in football it is always good that you play more games, and then that's when you learn, that's when you get better as a footballer. But I know for sure that fatigue at around 60th minute we will start creeping in. That's where Kaizer Chiefs comes in to now, because they're well rested. I'm sure they're well prepared. Now they must keep the intensity very high so that they push Mamelodi Sundowns to their limit. When they crash at 60th minute, they use that advantage.
Talking like a coach and an analyst, and of course we've already heard Coach Miguel Cardoso speaking to that fatigue from the Mamelodi Sundowns team. Bertie, I want to speak about logistics heading into tonight's big clash. I mean, big numbers expected here. It's a midweek fixture. We know there's no park and ride. So just in terms of the people that will be making their way to the stadium, we're looking to make it seamless. Talk to us about how those logistics are in terms of getting into the stadium, arriving at the stadium, and also with no park and ride.
Yes, our biggest concern is, as you say, it's a midweek fixture, and people traveling from Pretoria, there's the normal peak hour traffic that we need to deal with. We've got a lot of assistance from JMPD. They've deploying close to 100 JMPD officers to assist with the traffic flow. But the plea to the spectators is please be patient. There's going to be late arrivals. We've amplified the support at the access points and at the gates, but the minute people start pushing, that delays the process. So if you're patient and allow the process to follow due course, you will be inside the venue before kickoff. So a plea to the spectators: we understand the frustration of a midweek game at night, but please assist us to have a smooth and enjoyable fixture.
And looking for that smooth, enjoyless fixture, seamless entry and exit out of the stadium, perhaps we can speak to supporters who don't have tickets. If you don't have tickets, stay at home. Let's also speak to that element of the fake tickets that we've seen creeping out in the past, but you've now found a way to manage that.
Yeah, well, not a way. We now found a way to exactly identify the tickets and to have the number of fake tickets. I said it yesterday. We've determined with every 20,000 tickets scanned, we've determined we've got close to 5,000 fake tickets. So again, the spectators should assist us. If you haven't bought your ticket at the outlet or online and you buy it anywhere else, it's going to be a fake ticket. You're going to be caught out at the gates, and you're going to put the pleasure and the enjoyment and the seamless experience for others at jeopardy. So the plea also to fans: if you identify fake ticket sellers along the route, you're confronted with that, report it to us that we can deal with it.
All right, thank you so much, Bertie. Yeah, a quick one. You were a midfield maestro. You still are. I mean, we saw you playing for Kaizer Chiefs Legends a couple of weeks ago, and you look like you were going to sign a contract soon. Let's speak about that battle in the midfield, because we always say that's where games are won and lost. Is that what the expectation is going into tonight's clash?
Yeah, it's going to be a tough one, especially in the midfield. So we will need Kaizer Chiefs will definitely need confidence, players that will keep the ball, that will not lose it very cheaply, to avoid too many turnovers. Because if you do that, Mamelodi Sundowns will definitely hurt you. They are a team that wants to keep the ball more, that wants to play those as many passes as they can, and to see to open up those holes. So Kaizer Chiefs would need to be very careful in terms of how they move the ball around, and to try and catch Mamelodi Sundowns while they are sleeping, because they keep the high line. So play more behind the defense and keep that intensity and speed.
And for Sundowns to maximize in the midfield situation, what would they have to do?
What they've always done, I think it has worked for them to be the team that keeps a lot of possession and then waiting for those right moments, obviously, to pounce and then playing behind or playing those combinations. So that has worked for Mamelodi Sundowns for I don't know for how many years, but if they keep doing it and they do it the right way, I'm sure they will hurt Kaizer Chiefs, which is something we don't want.
Something you don't want. Tinaba is neutral. Let's talk to the goalkeepers. They're going to be key here as well this evening, in terms of whether we're going to have one of the two teams taking the 3 points or a share of the spoils. Let's speak to the goalkeeping. Just a quick one in terms of what you think that scoreline is going to be. I've run out of time.
Scoreline?
Yes.
1-0 Chiefs.
All right. Who's scoring the goal?
One of the midfielders. Not sure, but it's one. I'm not sure.
All right, Yayeli Tulungane is saying it will be a Kaizer Chiefs victory tonight, a 0-0. That's what he foresees. He doesn't know who's going to score, but it will be one of the midfielders. Bertie Grobler, of course, also joining us here just to throw forward in terms of the expectations. Come early if you will be making your way to the stadium, so we can still have kickoff at 7:30. Do remember that the encounter will be live on SABC 3, starting with the build up at 6:30 p.m.